Yeah, good morning, guys. Now, a lot of people have been saying that education is a scam, maybe because of the current situation of the country, whereby a graduate is still seeking for a job. A graduate is still living under the father's roof, which is not a good thing though. But because of that, a lot of them have been saying that education is a scam. And some people have, reasonable number of people have actually believe that. Now, let me tell us something. That you graduated from the university and you're still seeking for a job, maybe you're still struggling to feed, it doesn't mean that education is a scam. People come out to tell people whatever they feel, or maybe things that you want to hear. And that's one of the reasons why fairy tale stories always strive in Nigeria. Now, one of the reasons why fraudsters are multi-millionaires and billionaires, it's not actually because of the fraudsters, but it's because of the population of people with dummy brain. People that are easily convinced and confused. You don't make research, you just believe things. Education is a scam. If you are sick, would you want an illiterate to touch your body? The answer is no. We have our medical doctors and nurses, the pharmacists, the chemical scientists that produce the medicines that you take. And you say education is a scam. Because you have congregations that listen to every jargon that comes out from your mouth. Education is a scam. The architects, the developments that we have seen, the little development we have seen, are being done by literates, are being done by well-educated people. The architectural engineers, countless of the mechanical engineers. You drive your car, you say education is a scam. Sometimes I ask myself, how do people think? The rates, the echelon at which people are easily convinced and confused. Too many times it makes me sick. I just don't understand how somebody can believe that education is a scam because you are a graduate, you don't have a job. Are you the only graduate that do not have a job? And even those people you think that are not well educated but they are freaking millionaires, they manage companies, they still employ graduates to manage their companies for them. Why is it that they don't employ their fellow illiterates to manage the company with them? To manage the company for them? That's the question you need to ask yourself before you believe whatever comes out of somebody's mouth. You people are not concerned about practical things. You're just concerned about stories. That's why children of these days don't read. Because you have social media for you there. Social media has really colonized our brain to an extent. We don't deem it necessary to make researches. And that is the reason why anybody we have fallen in love with, whatever comes out from his mouth, we hack into it. Education is a scam. Look at our medical doctors. Can you allow an illiterate to touch you? I'm not asking all of you who believe that education is a scam. It has come to my knowledge that over 80 to 90% of the population of this country are dummies. I've concluded that. Because the way people fall in love without making research over something, especially when you cooked up a story based on whatever they are passing through as it stands. You are condemning education because of the poverty in your country. Because of the graduates are struggling to feed, the graduates are unemployed. That's why you're condemning education. You forgot that those graduates are still benefiting from education. They have medical doctors and nurses, pharmacists that takes care of them when they are ill. It is not an illiterate. An illiterate will not take care of you when you are ill because he doesn't know anything. But you say education is a scam. And that person that is telling you that education is a scam has his children in some prestigious universities, in some prestigious secondary school and kindergartenos. He doesn't want to know about that, but it comes on air to deceive you because you've allowed your brain not to function anymore. You want somebody to think for you when you have brain to make use of it. You have your brain that you should make use of. Another person tells you what to do. You don't ask questions, you don't research, you just believe. And that is one of the reasons why this thing called religion is thriving in our continent. Somebody comes and tells you that education is a scam, you believe. A young man was talking about professors in the university. They are of no importance because too many of them that are into, people like us that are into science, too many of the professors that are always teaching, that lecture students about experimental processes. Many of them have not even seen those substances, those elements before. So because of that, you say education is a scam. But based on what they are teaching you is actually true. If the country is not industrialized, it's not the problem of the professors. It's not the problem of the teachers. It's the problem of the government. It has nothing to do with education if the country is not industrialized. It's the government that will build industries. It's not the academic section, academic ministry that will build industry. It's the government that will build industry. You need to acquire knowledge first before you begin to talk about whether education has favored you or not. And whichever way, no knowledge is a waste. Now, maybe you might be a graduate and you're still seeking for a job. That doesn't mean education is a scam. At least you have your knowledge with you. You are concerned about money making. Whatever those illiterates are doing to make money, you can do it. Whatever that is something I want the lettered people, the educated people to know. Whatever those people you think are not well lettered like you are, whatever they are doing to make money, you can still do it. It's a very simple thing. If you go close to them, they will teach you. You already have your knowledge with you. You will easily learn. And you do it. Now you can, you after graduation, you can just push away whatever you studied in the university, push it aside, and focus on a particular hustle that is going to fetch you money. You already have knowledge. And one thing about education, the more you study, the more you expand your brain. But when you don't study, you shrink your brain. And that is one of the reasons why this country will continue to shrink. Because a lot of people believe on fairy tales, things that cannot be proved. People are falling in love with fairy tale stories. Just tell them something that they desire to hear. You are cool. You are okay by them. And at the end, you want this country to be, how do I put it? Let me tell us something. Now, the reason why corruption is very high, it's not actually because of the corrupt people or the fraudsters. That's not the reason why corruption is very high. Corruption is very high because of the number of dummies in a nation. People that are easily convinced and confused. Their population, over 80 to 90% of Nigerian population are dummies. That is why these ones that call themselves clergies will continue to strive. Because whatever they tell you, they cannot prove anything to you. They just tell you and they quote the religious book for you. You fall in love. You're okay with that. And you continue to hope till you go 6 feet. You see humans, not only in Africa, the worldwide generally. Because human being as an animal is close to the chimpanzees. And that is one of the reasons why we think like animals too many times. We think without making research. We think based on the things that affect our flesh. But think, so that thing will not affect your flesh negatively another time. You don't want to analyze that. You don't want to get bothered about that. You just want to believe whatever comes out from the mouth of the person that you desire hearing from. Education is a scam. I don't even believe how, when I see some humans think, some people don't even deserve to be humans. I am telling you, I'm not trying to sound nasty, but I'm telling you the truth. Some people don't deserve to be humans. Some people should have been animals, maybe goats, so we use them for goofy meat and do party and enjoy ourselves. How can somebody come and tell you that education is a scam and you believe that education is a scam? Because you have seen some countless of graduates that are unemployed. That means education is a scam. But you want to travel to the white man's land. Who built those skyscrapers in New York City? Were they built by illiterates? I'm asking you. Luxembourg is believed to be the richest country on earth because of their line below poverty. Line below poverty is very low. All these things we are all managed by highly educated people. And you say education is a scam. The skyscrapers you see in Hong Kong, in Shanghai, in Beijing, they were all constructed by well-educated engineers. And you say education is a scam. That is why fraudsters will continue to strive. Because of people with watery brain. Education is not in any way a scam. Education is not close to being a scam. If there's anything that man practices that is a total scam, garbage, trash, is nothing but religion. Education is nowhere close to being scam. Know this for your own good.